Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. Today we will answer a Muslim Abdul, his name Salim Yau Kara. You know, I find it very funny when somebody he is a Muslim, especially from Africa. I mean, African should be the last one to believe in Islam. Muhammad was a very racist. He hated black people, and you know, he said even that in the Quran, يوم تسود وجوه وتبيض وجوه, which means the day Allah will make all black or all faces black and all faces white. Who is the one who will turn black? It is the non-Muslims, which means there's no black person is allowed to be in the heaven. What Allah will do, it will make all the black white. And this is very racist statement. You know, there's many of them, but anyway, this is not our topic. We have Mr. Salim, who is trying to defend Islam, as we see in the front of us in this page in Facebook. If you read with me here, he is trying to defend what the Quran is saying about the sun set in the murky water. A brother of mine, which his name is Mary Kiyamo, and actually I did a seminar in his church. You know, he is a very, very good man. You know, I really appreciate this person. He posed this video, and the Muslim here down, he start answering, and the Muslims start like trying to refute the video there. Now the video there doesn't really show much, because when you make a video, you have to show the Muslims from their books where it's coming from. I mean, what it says exactly. So this Abdul here, he posed for us a link. Supposedly this link refute if the Quran saying the sun set in the murky water or not. So I will go to his link, and this is the link of this gentleman. Let me show it to you. I hope it's clear. I hope the text is clear for you. If not, let me know, please. So anyway, the question he is posting here: sunset in the murky water as pre-Quran. One of the top 10 questions hurled to at Muslims in any debate against Christians is about following verse in the Holy Quran. First, my friend, if you research the whole Quran, you will not find anywhere it says Holy Quran. So I do not know where you get the word Holy Quran from. It doesn't say the word holy. The only time the word holy appear in the Quran is either about Jerusalem or the land of Israel, or about the Holy Spirit. So you Muslims are very weird when you say something does not even exist in your book. So here he says, until when he reached the setting of the sun, he found it. Let us try to make it more clear. Hold on, because the text is still small. So I guess we have to change the setting of this thing. And guys, tell me please if the sound on your side is clear. Is my voice clear for you? Because I have the fan on. So tell me if the fan is doing any kind of disturbing to the sound, so I can turn it off even if it's hot. Let me know, please. All right. Sound good. All right. So now, in this article, this Muslim, he is trying to show us that you guys, you have a wrong understanding of the Quran. How we have wrong understanding in the Quran? Because simply we got a wrong translation, or somebody try to say something about the Quran which not what the Quran is saying. This is the whole idea of this. So let us see together if this is really true or not. Let us go here. I'm going to switch the screen so you guys can see with me better. All right, now it's better. Until when he reached the setting of the sun, he found, and he put there the word in Arabic, wajada. He found the sun sitting in a murky, in a spring of murky water. All right. Then this gentleman, he said, I will make the text more bigger so we can read it better for you. They say the verse clearly says that the sun set in the murky water, and needless to say, it is a blunder and proves the Quran is not the word of God. What the Quran says actually, or what the Quran actually say. Had the Quran actually said that they make it say, I know what that means. Had the Quran, read with me guys, had the Quran actually say what they make it say? Oh, so we are trying to make the Quran say something it's not there. I don't know if I read your translation, the one you post for me, it says it clearly, until he reached the setting of the sun, he found it. We are not the one who's saying that. He found it. Now, who is the one who's talking here? The one who's talking is Allah. So the whole statement here in front of us, this guy trying to prove to us that the Quran doesn't say that, he says the following: the word is used by the Quran. I have given a translation of Abdullah Yusuf Ali above. The word he translated as found is wajada, i.e. wajada. This word is used to describe the prescription. See the proof from Edward William Lenz. I mean, you want to prove to me what the word mean from William Luxon? Who is William Luxon? Listen, Abdul, listen. Wajada, he found it. He found it, and you are the one who is posting this for us. He found it. Now, he didn't say he thought he found it. He thought it is there. He thought, no, the Quran is saying he found it. And the one is talking is Allah, not Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great is not saying I found it sitting in the murky water. No. Allah reporting what happened to Alexander the Great. And what happened is what he found. And founding is a fact. Is not a statement of Alexander the Great. It's Allah said what he found it. So who is the one reporting the finding for us? It is Allah. So when Allah he says he found it in a spring of murky water, he is not saying he thought it is or he perceive it, as you're trying to say. What perceive it? It's Alexander the Great here is not the one is talking. He is not the one reporting the story. And let us get you busted and show you who is the one is talking. All of us, we knew that the Quran supposedly is the book of Allah, and every word there is the word of Allah anyway. However, it can happen in the conversation that he said, she said. It can happen that Allah is saying that Alexander the Great, he said. This is not the scenario here. If we go to the Quran, we will find the following. Chapter 18, verse number 83. As long he chose the translation of Yusuf Ali, I think he have no obligation against Yusuf Ali no more. Otherwise, that would be funny that you accept the translation of a verse and you refuse other verses. So in Yusuf Ali translation, we will go click on Yusuf Ali in the front of your eyes. Here we go. All right. Who is the one is talking here? It is Allah. They ask thee concerning Zulqarnain. Who is thee? That is Muhammad. The Jews are making fun of Muhammad, and they knew that this joker, who is a false prophet, he is going to come with something stupid. So they ask him, who is Zulqarnain? Muhammad could not answer them right away. And then right later, Jibril, as usual, come to him with the answer. So look, they ask thee concerning Zulqarnain, which means those Jews who ask Muhammad about Zulqarnain. Say, who is the one saying say? Allah. Who is the one saying they ask thee? Allah. I will tell you something of his story. Okay, Muhammad, he have no knowledge of his own. This is Allah telling Muhammad what happened. So the whole story is reported by Allah word by word. So when the story says, until when he reached the setting sun, he found it. It's not Alexander the Great saying, I found it. It's Allah, he says, he found it. Now, if the verse saying that he thought it is there, why Allah saying he found it? You see, in the article, they are trying to say to us that in his vision he thought or he saw it as if it's sitting in murky water, but this is not what the verse is saying. He found it sitting in the murky water. And you will notice, the more the interpretation of the Quran is close to our time, the more they reject what the Quran is saying regarding this. They try to defend their prophet and say, oh no, it doesn't say that. We can go and read all the interpretation of all the scholars of Islam, and all of them, you will see they don't even have an argument about it. Everybody of them agree that he found it where the sun set, with no exception. Then after Ibn Kathir, you know, Ibn Kathir is many hundreds of years after Muhammad, and he knew that this is stupid. People already knows where the sun doesn't set in the murky water. So they start saying it is how he perceive it in his eyes, because the only way to go with it, either to say Allah is a stupid, or to say we have wrong interpretation. And for sure the only solution is to say we have a wrong interpretation. So but we will get them busted, don't worry, we will get them busted. I will leave the big dish to the end, just wait. So here, if we go to the interpretation of the Muslims, this is Tafsir al-Jalalain, and this is the official government of the King of Jordan, who claimed to be from the family of Muhammad. This is why, and this is what that explains why he is so corrupt. It says, enter when he reached the sitting of the sun place where it sets, he found it sitting in a muddy spring. He did not see it sitting, he found it. He found it. If we change the interpretation, and here you will see, by the way, it says, as seen from the perspective of the eye, for otherwise it is far larger than the size of the world. So the Muslims, they are trying to fix this problem. There's no way it's the sun set in the murky water. We change the interpretation. You will see, the older we get in the age of the interpretation of the Quran, the more the interpretation change. Read with me here. This is Tafsir Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad, who lived in Muhammad time. So this guy is a first-hand witness of what happened, and even Muhammad, he is the only one who Muhammad named him as a scholar to give interpretation for the Quran. He prayed for Allah to give Ibn Abbas the knowledge so he know what the Quran is about. Ibn Abbas, he says, remember, the one who's talking is Ibn Abbas, not a Christian prince. Till he reach the setting place of the sun. And here, by the way, we ignored something important we did not mention yet, because if he thought the sun is sitting in murky water, how Allah, he says, until he reached the sitting place of the sun? Because the one is talking is Allah now. Before he report where he found it in the murky water, he says, till when he reached the sitting place of the sun. This statement alone is enough to prove that Islam is false, because the sitting place of the sun is everywhere. I can stay in my home and the sun will set in my home. I do not need to go anywhere. Is that correct? All of you, where are you located? The sun is going to sit in your place. It doesn't matter if you need to go or not. But the verse saying he keep going until he reach the sitting place of the sun, which mean that he have to move from point A to point B, and in point B is where the sun sitting, and the one is talking is Allah. And this is before he report where he found it yet. He found the place, but he did not tell us where the place yet. After that, he says where the sun set, he found it sitting in a muddy water. Ibn Abbas, he explained more. A blackened, muddy, and stinking spring. Disgusting sun. Stinking spring. What the heck? It's also said that this is mean. It's also said, remember, it is a hot spring. You see here, none of the scholars, and those are the oldest scholars of Islam, none of them is saying he thought he saw it, it is there, he thought it's appearing in his eyes. No, no, no. They take it as it is and they believe it. So the more the Muslim they get close to our time, the more they reject this interpretation. But this is Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad. But because this interpretation will show how stupid the one who made the Quran is and how ignorant he is, then they have to get rid of it. Now, if we go back to Yusuf Ali, the one this guy he like much, I will use his translation just to get him busted. We will go there. I will click at Yusuf Ali translation and read together. The one who established his power in the earth is Allah. Who's saying that? Allah. And we gave him the ways and the means to all ends. Allah, he gave him the means and the way, and he gave him the knowledge too. Otherwise, how he can go there? So Allah is saying here, I am the one who gave him all this knowledge. I am the one who sponsor him. I am the one who sponsor his victories. I am the one who made him do what he do. And this is mean that Allah, he chose a bisexual guy to be a prophet of God. Because Alexander the Great, he was a bisexual. And by the way, according to Muslims, Zulqarnain, he got two horns because of the following. When first time he told his people to convert to Islam, they did beat him in the head, he died, and he got his first horn. Allah, he resurrected him from death, and he sent him back again to them. They beat him in his head again, and he got the second horn. And this is why he's called, according to Muslim, Zulqarnain, which means the man with the two horns. But all of us, we knew that this is a Roman style. When they go in war, they wear this hat which have two horns in their head, and this was Alexander the Great. However, it says here, until when he reach. You see, guys, do you see what it says he reach? It doesn't say until I reach. Until when he reach. Who is the one who's talking? Allah. What Allah is saying, he reached the sitting place of the sun. Let us say, for the sake of argument, Zulqarnain is a stupid idiot, he's blind. He found the sun sitting in murky water. How Allah he say until he reached the sitting place of the sun? Because the one is telling us what happened is Allah. When Allah he says he found the sitting place of the sun, it's mean there is a sitting place of the sun. There is, and it's registered in front of you, until he reached the sitting of the sun. And then what he found, this is the founding, he found it sitting in a spring of murky water. And look at this, guys. They are trying to say, in his eye perspective, he thought it is where the sun set. But look, it says, and near it he found people. So this is a real spring of water, and near it, it is people who live there. And by the way, it says, listen carefully, it doesn't say he found it sitting in an ocean. This is very important. Have you ever heard of somebody saying spring of water for an ocean? No, right? It cannot be the ocean because it says clearly there a spring of murky water. And the ocean is so big to be called a spring of murky water. And the ocean water is not murky anyway. And we showed you in the interpretation, they say that this spring was stinky and muddy. If we go back here, you will see the following. It says he found it in a muddy spring. That cannot be the ocean. And this spring was muddy. That's not the ocean. And it's a stinking spring. That is not the ocean. Unless at that time the manufacturing industry and the nuclear war happening and the things that the ocean was really became a garbage. And all of us, we know this can't be true. The ocean before was a lot more cleaner than now. There's no way. So how it became a blackened, muddy, stinking spring? It's obviously, it's a stupid statement. Now, to hit in the head and not to waste our time, if we ask the Muslims who is the best one who knows the interpretation of the Quran, who is going, guys, what do you think? Who is the one who knows the Quran meaning? Who is the best? Anyone can tell me? Who is the one who brought the Quran to the Muslims? Muhammad, right? So if Muhammad, he says this is what it's meant, the Muslims have to accept it. Let us see what Muhammad he said. We will go to the hadith, and remember here this hadith is sahih. So they cannot play with us the game of sahih and weak and potato and tomato. You know them, you know. All right, let us go to the hadith and get something very hot, and that will make the Muslims go crazy. Guys, read with me. Read with me. It's narrated by Abu Dharr. I was sitting behind the Messenger of Allah who was riding a donkey. I mean, two men in a one donkey. That's not nice. And a guy is behind the Prophet. That's very gay. That's really very, very gay. I don't know what to say. Very. I mean, I will not be able to have anyway. You know, and you know the donkey, he will make such. Anyway, let it go. First of all, before we read this hadith, you will notice with me here. It says that this hadith is sahih. This is sahih. So don't tell me it's weak. Don't tell me need vitamin D and A and B and C and F and G and O. It doesn't work with me. All right. So this is a sahih hadith. And who is the one is talking? The Prophet of Allah. So don't tell me that you know the meaning of the Quran better than your Prophet, because that will be really funny. Seriously funny. I mean, disgusting funny. So let us see what your Prophet is saying there. I was sitting behind, not me, guys, not me. I'm not the one who was sitting behind Muhammad. I swear by the moon God, I did not do that. All right. I will never sit behind anyone in the top of a donkey. That's not right. I was sitting behind the Messenger of Allah who was riding a donkey while the sun setting. Why what? What is the occasion? While the sun set. It's a romantic moment. It's a romantic moment. Abu Dharr is with Muhammad, behind Muhammad, holding him from his waist. Muhammad, he looked at Abu Dharr, he says to him, he asked, do you know where this is set? Who is talking? Muhammad. For sure, Abu Dharr always have to play the door, like the guy who is an idiot. I know nothing, you know, like, come on, you are the Prophet. You have to give glory to Muhammad. The whole point is, Muhammad, you want to show how much knowledge he have. So I replied, Allah and his apostle know best. Wow. The guy, he said he just give up his ignorance. I have no idea. So Muhammad, he said, it's set in a spring of warm water. Hami'ah. So this Abdul in Facebook, the guy who made an article, long article, trying to prove to us that we are false, he is trying to show us that not only him is a stupid, his prophet is a stupid, because it is his prophet who said that the sun set in a murky water, not the Christian, my friend. Are you going now to say Mr. Salim, what his name? Refurbished Salim, something his name, I don't know. Salim Biktin Yaukara. I mean, I will change my name, man. So, Mr. Salim, are you going to say now that your prophet was an idiot who do not know what the Quran is saying? Are you serious? Are you going to make an article to explain to your prophet how to understand Arabic? I think you should, because obviously your prophet, he do not know what he is talking about, right? It's very funny how the Muslim, he tried to defend his religion, and the more he do, and by the way, here we go, this is the hadith, as you see, it's sahih. Take a selfie with it, Abdul. Take a selfie with it. You see, I make it big for you. Sahih, sahih. Now that's bad. We cannot say to the Christian, this is weak hadith. What we will do now? What we are going to do? This is sahih. Oh my Allah, this is sahih. My wife give me some medicine, give me camel urine, and you know, do something. I am sure the Muslim, they will say this hadith is weak, even though we are showing you from their website, from their books, that this is a sahih. And by the way, all those books are sahih anyway. The game of weak and strong, this is funny, and all of us, we knew, we showed you, we played for you many times the video of the guy, his name Sheikh Hamza, who said even weak hadith is accepted, it's not rejected. I quote what he said. He said it pass. It what? It pass. Even weak hadith. However, this is not a weak hadith, this is a strong hadith, and the chain of the hadith is absolutely correct. Now, as long we are here, let us go to other hadith support what we are talking about, because the story is not over yet, is it? No way. Muhammad, he liked to talk, and each time he talk, Muhammad, he do boo boo. All right, let us see. Muhammad always, he liked to talk about where the sun goes. Look at this hadith with me. Let me make it a little bit bigger. And this is Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih al-Bukhari. So don't tell me it's weak, strong, you know, it's Sahih. Let us make it bigger so you guys can see it better. Especially most of you are young like me. Not very young, I mean. So let us see what it says. As usual, Muhammad, he cannot keep his mouth shut. He have to do poo-poo. So Muhammad, he said, the Prophet asked me again. Like, I mean, come on, this guy cannot stop talking about the sunset. The Prophet, he asked me, do you know No, I do not know. Where the sun goes at the time of the sunset. I replied as usual, Allah and his apostle know better. This guy, whatever Muhammad he says Allah and the apostle knows better. Allah and the apostle know better, because he don't dare anyway. I mean, the whole point, Muhammad, he want to show off. He want to show you how much knowledgeable he is. I mean, that I am the one who knows where the sun goes. Do you know where the sun goes? No, you don't. I know. Prophet, do you know really? Yes, I know. Oh my Allah, how you know? Okay, I will tell you. He said, it goes, it what? What? It goes, and I like, by the way, I like the Muslim when they say IE. IE travels. The sun travel every day. So Muhammad, he explained the sun set by IE travel. How lucky the sun is. Each time I want to go and do a seminar, I have to spend a lot of money to buy airline ticket. And we are not doing too many seminars because we don't have too much donations. I mean, I wish I was a son, even for like a year or two. Till it's prostrate itself underneath the throne, and it take the permission to rise again. Like, wow. So the sun every day, it travel. This Muhammad explained the sunset, which means how the sun rise, how the sun set. So what happened? It's not the earth is moving. No. It's not the earth going around itself. Absolutely not. It is the sun. It's going from point A to point B. And then the sun goes and prostrate itself under the throne of Allah. Now, why Muhammad saying that the sun prostrate under the throne of Allah? Because Allah, his throne is in the top of the murky water. If we go and try to find another hadith, we will find the following. You see, I wasn't planning to talk about this, but you know, I mean, what we will lose. What we did here. All right. Do you see where Allah throne, guys? Do you see where the throne of Allah? Read with me, please. I heard Allah Messenger, may peace be upon him. I mean, I don't know where they get where be my peace in English. In Arabic, it says Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You see, if you go here in Arabic, let me show you. Let me show you the Muslim scam. It says in Arabic, سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. What sallallahu alayhi wasallam mean? Allah pray on him and salute him. All of us, we knew that the word Salah mean pray. How it became peace upon him, I have no idea. It's a miracle. I mean, things happen, you know. Yep. I heard Allah Messenger saying, Allah ordained the measure of the creation 50,000 years before he created the heaven. Allah making a plan. Allah, he put the plan there. He have a book. He wrote everything. Even me, about me, is written there. 50,000 years before he created Adam and me and all of you. And he, after that, before he created the heaven and the earth, as his throne was upon what? Guys, do you see it? Upon what? Upon the water. So the sun go and prostrate every day under the throne of Allah. Sit where? Sit in the water. Why there? Because it's protesting to Allah. And where is Allah? Is above the throne, and where the throne is above the water. Is it clear? No, they cannot say this hadith is weak. This is Sahih Muslim. I can show it from Sahih al-Bukhari, and this is Sahih. Okay, let me get the Abdul busted before they say, as you said, Sahih and weak, and all the hadith I use, they are fat and they are not in diet. All of them. Not even one of them is in diet. You see, this is Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih. Let me show you more. Another one, Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih. Another one, Sunan Ibn Majah. Hasan. Another one, Sahih Muslim. Hold on. In Sahih Muslim, by the way, we will find something funny. Prove it to us that Allah and the shaitan, both of them, their throne is in the top of the water. Look at this. We showed you just in the previous hadiths, all of them says that Allah's throne is in the top of the water. Look like Allah is not alone, He is the one, He's a throne in the top of the water. Read with me. Iblis, for those who do not know, is the word in Arabic for Satan. Actually, it's not an Arabic word. Which means shaitan. So Iblis places his throne upon the water. Do you see it? Then he sends his detachments to nearer to him, and the rank are those who, I don't know, I need to read this like Olga from Russia. But you notice here, the rest is not our topic, so I'm not going to talk about it, which is very funny. That Muhammad saying, the one is talking here is who? Is Muhammad, remember. That Iblis and Allah, both of them, they're thrown in the top of the water. Like both of them, they like fishing. I mean, think about it. If you ask me myself, do you like to have your house in the top of the water? I would say absolutely. So you will find that Shaitan and Allah and Christian Prince, three of them, their thrones in the top of the water, and they are doing fishing. Let us continue. Sahih Muslim. Sahih Muslim. Okay. Sahih. All right. It says here that Allah He spend. You see, when Allah He make people rich, He spend. I mean, that's isn't it funny? Allah He spend money to make us rich. Hey Allah, what is your budget? This year I spent like 1 billion piece of gold. Wow, Allah, you spend a lot of money. What do you mean Allah He spend? Anyway, things happen. The important is Allah have hands. We made a video about that before, you see. And what is in His right hands has not decreased. So Allah, His hands always is full. It doesn't matter how much you take. Allah, He would put more, spend more. However, He says that Allah, He is, or His throne is in the top of the water. His throne is upon the water. Do you see it? So when this Abdul trying to prove to us that it doesn't say that in the Quran, we showed him that his prophet himself saying that, and his prophet in tons of his story trying to confirm to us that the sun goes every day from a place to place, and the sun is moving to make the sunset happen, and where it goes to a murky water. And why it's murky water? Because it goes to protest itself under the throne of Allah. And this is not coming from a scholar and giving interpretation for the hadith. No, this is from Allah. If you read with me here, by the way, if you read with me this hadith here, you will see the following. Read with me, please. The Prophet asked me at the sunset, do you know where the sun goes at the time of the sunset? I replied, Allah, apostle knows better, as usual. Muhammad knows everything. He says, It goes, i.e., protects itself and the throne of Allah. So the throne of Allah is an location where the sun goes and protects itself. And we showed you that the throne of Allah is what? Is above the water. That's one. Now, the sun, in order to raise again, have to ask Allah for permission. You see, the sun now went there, but now she cannot come back by itself. She have to ask for permission. Cuckoo, cuckoo, Allah, can I go back? Allah, he says to the sun, go back. Go back where? All of us, we knew that the sun doesn't go anywhere. You see, if it was a metaphorical statement, I can accept that. Like, you know, in the Bible it says the sun set. Everybody until now, after all the science we have, people they say the sun set. The Bible says that the earth is hanged on nothing. Hanged on nothing. So we knew already that the earth is in the space. The Bible mentioned that thousands of years before any scientist he discovered that. Hanged on nothing. And it's this in the sphere of the earth, which is mean like a ball. And this is discovered in the Bible thousands of years. But we don't talk about Bible science, because the Bible is not a book of science and should not be. So remember here, this is not a metaphorical no more, because Muhammad is giving us details about a fact of science, not about God no more, because he is mixing between the movement of the sun as sunset and sunrise, making it in connection of sun going to protest to Allah, bowing down to Allah. It's like doing salah every day at the sunset, and then when the sun wanna go back, she have to ask Allah for permission so she can go back. And that will continue until judgment day, until one day the sun will go to do the sunset shower in the murky water, and she will ask to go back, and then she will not be permitted, and then the sun will rise in the west. Do you see it? That's mean, as we showed you, if you go back here in the same hadith, if you remember here, it says the sun, it goes. So who is the one who's going? Is the sun. Who is the one will change direction of rising from the east or the west? It is the sun. So until Allah will not give it permission to go from its back where it's coming from, you see, read with me, but it will not be permitted. This is in the judgment day, but it will be ordered to return whence it has came, which is mean the west. When it came from, it was the west. But here I found a mistake, because I supposedly the sun is coming from the east to the west. So how is going to come and what is going to be the west, which is very funny. So here it is again a mistake in the story, because he's trying to say to us that sun is going to rise from the west, and this will happen in the judgment day. But here he's saying it's going to come where it's coming from, but the sun is not coming from the sunset place, it's coming from the east. But look like what Muhammad consider is that the last time the sun was in, it was where it is in now, which is very funny. And then Muhammad, he quoted the Quran to sponsor his statement, and the sun runs its fixed courses, a term of decree, that the decree of Allah. You see, so Muhammad, he is now explaining Quran chapter 36 verse number 38. Can a Muslim says to us Ibn Kathir he knew better what Muhammad meant? Can Ibn Kathir tell us that Muhammad is a stupid idiot, he do not know what he's talking about, and he got a wrong interpretation for the verse? So my friends, Quran and Islam is a stupid religion made by a stupid man for the stupid one. I'm going to close now, all right? And I want every one of you, by the way guys, I have other videos, you are not downloading them. If you click at the link down there, and from now on, by the way, I will make the video a smaller file. I will load them in YouTube first and then download them, because there's some videos I cannot post them in YouTube right away, otherwise the Muslim, they will flag me like crazy. So in order to protect the account, I'm posting them in G Drive, many of them. So please download it from there, and I will try to make them smaller by size so you can download easy and repost again. So after I finish this, just give YouTube maybe 15 minutes to process the file, and then you can download all of it and post it all over. And by this, I think we gave the answer. For those who like to support what we do, please don't forget, we need your donation, because I am planning to go and chase the sun. I want to buy a spaceship. I want to chase the sunset. I want to find where the sunset in the murky water, and I am sure I will find where the sun set. I mean, if it is Alexander the Great, he was able to find it. I mean, why I cannot find it? You know, especially I have a connection with Allah. Both of us, we are Arab. We speak the same language. You know, it doesn't make sense that Zulqarnain, who don't speak Arabic, he can find it, and I am the one who speak the language of Allah. You know, and Allah, this is his favorite language. And by the way, Allah, he knew Arabic very well, to the point he make a lot of errors in the Quran. Sometimes I feel like Allah is a guy who came from Chechnya, and he took 2 weeks Arabic class from a Christian prince, and then he tried to make himself a teacher in Arabic. I don't know what to say. It's very weird, it's very funny, but we'll come to Islam. What we can say: garbage in, garbage out. So if you like to help us in what we do, there's a link down there for those who like to donate, and for those who like to download the videos. In that link too, there's many videos. You click at the G drive, the Google Drive link, and you can download the videos, and you post them in YouTube again. And don't forget to download this video and repost everywhere you can, and feel free. For me, I don't make videos for myself. This is why I am not the one who complain if people copy my videos. I am the one who asks them to copy it, because I don't care about how many subscribers I have. What I care for is to share the knowledge. It's not about me. It's not about how many people they are, subscribing to my channel. I don't care. Even if there is one, still I will make videos. All right. So download the videos, share them with your friends, spread the truth, and let the truth set you free. That is the wisdom of my Lord, the Messiah, the Lord of the Lords, and the King of the Kings. By him and for him everything was created, and a stupid talk is not allowed, for his wisdom always speak out. When a stupid man having a stupid prophet, a stupid God, he always do poo-poo when he talk. He cannot keep his mouth shut, and by talking he get himself busted. So thank you for Muhammad for speaking too much, saying nothing but stupidity. Christ is Lord, Islam is false. I mean to that, and see you soon again. God bless.